dismissing the opposition and all that lane switching. This is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On second down, here's Murray. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 27 yards there, a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray throwing on second down. Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
No. Watch the safety creep. Motion. Hurry.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. Half 85, half 85.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for half. Hey, do. Hey, check.
Allen gonna throw. Going long here for Wallace. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 34.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw off these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Under 10, under 10. Middle.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, Allen. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
50. 1st and 10. 57. Get ready. Alert. Check 24. On 52. Double up.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go one more. Check. Half. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Kill.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Okay, baby, let's go.
Jacksonville, 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Strip that ball. Wide. Get wide.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Check three, check three, check three.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Will Fuller, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Play action. Now it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Move. You got three down, 3 down. Shift.
To throw, it's Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got tight left. 4 down. Check. Mike 5. We want this. Check 99. Go. Switch.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. D Ford. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watch twist.
throwing on 3rd and long. Murray is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert.
Now it's Ingram. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got Fuller. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Go.
57.
Throwing on second down. Allen, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Brings up third down and 10.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Check. Lucky. Jim.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watch the run. Alert 3.
This is Ingram. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Out. Shoot.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check, 43. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deeper. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On second down now, Akers. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Strong right. 3 down, 3 down. Check the backer, check the backer. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Neil.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Focus, defense, focus. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Ingram again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Alert! Five. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. All day, baby, all day. Go.
Throwing is Allen on third. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
All 52.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
That's going to be a long day. Quick down. 56, 56.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. Ingram's got the 1st down and more. And all the way down to the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Check safety. Undercrunch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hatchet. Alert flare.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Check 15. Check it.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They're back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
53. Mike 53. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now Allen. They go screen. This is Ingram. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check 9, check 9.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd and 12, Murray. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. Check 4, check 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check, 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 check. SOS, SOS, SOS. Half 10. SOS. Let's go.
And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And now they'll throw with Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. That'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Slam. Shoot. Half. Check three. Half 85. Watch the safety creep.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Ingram. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Picked off right around the 43. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Round 80. Mike's 59. Gun. We own them. Big Check.
On 1st down, it's Ingram. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Ingram, he's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Why? Match box. Right. Zip it.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
57's the back.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram churning. He lost the football. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Jaguars, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.